Welcome to your in-depth look at the art of controlling a call. As experts, it is our responsibility to maintain control of the conversation from the answering phrase all the way through to the end of each call, a task that can be challenging depending on a number of variables. As you may have guessed, however, there are certain skills that can both help you avoid losing control and enable you to regain the lead if you happen to fall behind. We will talk about ways to avoid dead air, techniques for handling an overly talkative caller, questioning techniques to provide an ideal message, and the multiple benefits of verification. Successful experts are able to disguise complete control in the form of a free-flowing, productive conversation. Let's find out how to use these skills to deliver a wow experience. Everyone loves peace and quiet in certain situations, but prolonged silence during a phone conversation always seems out of place and often uncomfortable. If during a call someone goes 10 seconds without speaking to you, you feel impelled to check your connection, right? You start to feel like the person on the other end of the phone either has no idea how to help you or simply doesn't care to do so. Remember that feeling when you answer calls in your new role. The greatest way to avoid dead air is to simply be mindful of its negative impact each time you're having a conversation with someone. Sometimes a caller provides a great deal of information in just a few short seconds at the very beginning of your conversation. When this occurs, you want to be able to enter the information you have received without losing momentum with the caller. Rather than type in silence, use this opportunity to verify the information as you enter it. Also, this is a great time to build rapport and exhibit empathy if the situation calls for it. Verification is a valuable tool in so many ways. The last thing you want to do is handle a call to perfection only to find out that you mistyped one digit in a phone number. If our customer can't get in touch with that caller, then business and trust are lost and nobody wins. Always remember, the small details are huge. There are many ways to verify information, but the best is to bring it into your conversation with the caller. While the traditional way is to repeat everything back to the caller, you can also utilize clarification techniques such as, "Mrs. Phillips, is your last name spelled with one L or two?" This clarified the spelling of the caller's last name, but it also kept the conversation flowing without sounding robotic. Another enormous benefit of verification is that it effectively fills dead air. If you need time to enter information in your message, simply verifying the spelling of the name, the address, or the extent of the caller's problem can keep the conversation flowing. Finally, verification is a sure sign to the caller that you care about getting the information correct. Let's listen to the tool of verification in action.
I'd like to ask, is Claire spelled with an E on the end, C-L-A-I-R-E?
It is. It absolutely is. It's spelled with an E on the end. And my last name is spelled Daniels, D-A-N-I-E-L-S.
Thank you. I want to confirm that, please. It's D-A-N-I-E-L-S. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Mr. Riley, what is a phone number that I can have Bill give you a call back at?
It's area code 773-555-1212.
Let me make sure I've got that correct for you. I've got 773-555-1212.
Correct.
If you have it available, a two-bedroom on the ground floor so she's able to get about.
Okay, so you would prefer a ground floor with two bedrooms?
That's correct.
Some people are far more inclined to completely dominate a conversation rather than engage in a true back-and-forth exchange. Whether they are upset, angry, concerned, or just enthralled by the sound of their own voice, overly talkative callers seem to build momentum as the call progresses and eventually render you a passive sounding board. That is, of course, unless you strategically regain control of the call. Let the script guide you to a talking point that will assist you in regaining that control. There is specific information that you need to gather in order to help the caller, and help is, after all, what she is searching for. Explain that you want to quickly gather the necessary info to get the ball rolling on achieving a solution. Remember that the more efficiently you can complete a call and move on to the next, the more people you can help during the course of your day. Callers will respect that efficiency, and our customers will undoubtedly appreciate it, as they rely on the right balance of quality service and volume to thrive. Here are some examples in which the be quick but don't hurry techniques used by experts successfully guide the focus back to the needs of the callers.
Thank you for calling Joe's Heating and Air Conditioning. This is Clark. How may I help you, please?
Hi, Clark. My house is about 100 degrees, so I'm thinking my air conditioner isn't working.
Wow, that is quite warm. Let's see if we can help you out with that. May I ask who I'm speaking with today, please?
Yes, my name is Claire Daniels, and I've been a long-time customer of yours. Joe's been out to fix my unit in the past. In fact, he put one in at about 16 years ago. Or was it 15 years ago? Let's see, my youngest son was getting ready to go to college, and then he got out of college and he got married. And my grandson is 10 years old, so that means that it's been a pretty good chunk of time since he's been out.
It sounds like we have pretty good history with you. We've shared all these experiences with you, Ms. Daniels. I'd like to ask, is Claire spelled with an E on the end, C-L-A-I-R-E?
It is. It absolutely is. It's spelled with an E on the end.
Our scripts are written to accommodate all types of callers, both individuals contacting businesses and businesses calling other businesses. While it is safe practice to assume that every question in a script is important, it is also helpful to recognize areas that do not relate to a specific call, as well as areas that could enhance the wow. Successful experts are always on the lookout for opportunities to add even greater detail to a message, the type of detail that will wow our customers and help their callers. It all comes down to asking the right question. If you are answering for a property management company and a resident calls to report a broken shower, an obvious question to ask is whether there is another functioning shower in their apartment. If the answer is no, this message would certainly warrant urgent status. The script may not have prompted you to ask that question, but understanding our customer did. Your diligence assists with getting the caller's concerns and questions addressed faster, making the caller happy and more likely to renew his lease. It creates a win-win for our customer, the caller, and even us. That is the impact that attention to simple and logical details can have.
Good evening. Thank you for calling All Year Cooling. My name is Clark. How can I help you, please?
Yeah, Clark, my name is Frank Hall.
Yes, Mr. Hall. How may I help you, sir?
Well, my AC has gone out. It's not working.
Well, what I'm going to do, Mr. Hall, is get some information from you, get it to a service tech, and see if we can assist with that, okay?
Okay.
H-A-L-L, sir, for the last name?
Yes.
Have we done work for you, sir, before?
Well, we bought our unit from you, and last year we have a maintenance contract, and last year you were out in April to just do a PM.
All right.
I don't think you've been here since then.
Okay, so right now the AC unit has failed. What are the symptoms, please, sir?
Well, it just stopped working. I mean, and it shows 81 on the thermostat, and we've got it set at about 72.
Okay.
And the thermostat's showing 81, and it's definitely warm in here. I mean, nothing seems to be working. It was set on 74 originally. I've just put it down to 72, just thinking maybe that might click it on, but nothing seems to be working. I've checked all the circuit breakers, and everything is on, so.
All right. And how long has it been out?
Just today.
Okay, all day.
As a matter of fact, about probably 2 hours. We
Okay.
noticed it about 6:30.
2 hours. All right, sir. Any noise at all, like it's running or no fans or something running, something not, or just everything out?
Nothing. Yeah, everything's out. Nothing. The fan's not working. Nothing's working.
All right, sir. I'll let him know, and I'll ask the technician to give you a call back.
All right, I certainly do. Thank you, sir.
You've reached the end of the module and are now fully aware of the importance of controlling the call as well as the best practices to do so. Remember that dead air can be mistaken as a lack of confidence or care on your part, so use lulls in conversation to double-check the information and build rapport. You're sure to encounter overly talkative callers, and in those situations, follow the script to get back in the lead. Keep in mind that the most important questions don't always exist within the script, but if you treat each call as a conversation rather than a process, you'll identify those key questions more readily. And finally, never lose sight of the importance of verification. This module was full of useful information, so feel free to go back and review. It will certainly help you when you start taking your calls. If you feel you've comprehended all of the lessons to be learned and want to move on, the quiz awaits. Good luck!